This is an important message that I feel strongly called to share with you. Some of you may not be ready to accept it, and that's okay. If you're still struggling, I understand. We all grow and learn at our own pace, and it's fine if you're not there yet. But for those of you who feel that this message touches your heart and resonates with where you are, I want you to know that you are ready. You might not even realize it yet, but deep inside, something has already shifted and you're being called to move forward. We are living in a different time now. The world we once knew, which is sometimes referred to as Babylon, is no longer the same. There has been a major shift, and many people have made it out of this old way of living and thinking, while others are still stuck in it. The purpose of this message is to help those of you who feel like you're still stuck. It's time to wake up and recognize that there's a new reality, a new earth waiting for you. You don't have to remain where you are, stuck in the same old patterns and mindsets. For a long time, many of you have been waiting for the return of Jesus Christ, waiting for God to come and bring change to the world. You've been looking for the signs, wondering when it will happen. But here's the question I need you to ask yourself: are you really ready for that change? Sometimes we think we're prepared, but in reality, there are still things within us that are holding us back. We may have habits, behaviors, or thoughts that don't align with the version of ourselves that we want to be. The Bible talks about the fruits of the Holy Spirit, which include love, joy, peace, kindness, and self control. Take a moment to reflect and ask yourself, do you feel those things within yourself? Are you at peace with yourself, or are you still dealing with anger, jealousy, fear, or low self esteem? This is a season of judgment, but it's not about someone else judging you. It's about you judging yourself. Now is the time for you to take an honest look at your life and decide whether you're living in peace or if you're still trapped in negative emotions and patterns. Many people think that hell is something you experience only after you die, but that's not true. Hell can be something you experience right now in this life. When you're constantly struggling with anger, fear, jealousy, insecurity, or resentment, that is your hell. It's a mindset that keeps you trapped, unable to move forward. Heaven and hell are not just places you go after death, they are states of being that you can experience in your everyday life. To reach heaven, which is a state of inner peace, happiness, and self awareness, you have to first face and work through your own personal hell. Many people want to skip this part. They think they can just go straight to the happy, peaceful life without doing the hard work of dealing with their negative emotions and habits. But that's not how it works. You can't reach that higher state of being without first doing the inner work to let go of the things that are holding you back. Right now, we are in the middle of a spiritual shift. This shift has already happened, but what's happening now is a kind of spiritual transfer. Those who are ready to heal, to grow, and to become the best version of themselves are being moved to a higher level. Those who aren't ready are still stuck in the same place. God is choosing those who are prepared to walk this path of growth and self-discovery. The gate to truth, peace, and clarity is open now, and those who are ready to do the work are being invited to walk through it. If you're ready to take this journey, you will begin to awaken to who you truly are. This is the moment for you to wake up to the version of yourself that has been hidden or lying dormant for so long. Until you awaken to your true self, you will remain trapped in your own personal hell. But once you begin to wake up and do the work to heal and grow, you will experience a sense of peace and fulfillment that you've never known before. This is your heaven, the place of self-awareness and spiritual growth. Many times, people don't want to face the hard work of dealing with their own issues. They don't want to go through the discomfort of confronting their fears, insecurities, and negative emotions. They just want to go straight to the good part, to the peace, happiness, and fulfillment. But the truth is, you can't skip the work. To reach that place of peace, you have to go through the process of healing and self-discovery. You have to be willing to look at yourself honestly and take responsibility for your own growth. In this season, those who are ready are being moved to that higher level. Those who aren't ready are staying behind, still stuck in their old ways of thinking and living. But the good news is that the gate is open. The path is there for anyone who is ready to walk it. If you feel called to this message, if you feel like something is stirring inside you, then know that you are being invited to take this journey. God is picking those who are ready to do the work, to heal, and to grow. The gate to truth and peace is open, and now is the time to step through it. Don't wait any longer. This is your moment to wake up and become who you were always meant to be. But remember, you can't reach that higher state without doing the work. You can't get to heaven without first dealing with your hell. So, what does it mean to do the work? It means looking at yourself honestly and asking the tough questions. Are you at peace with yourself? Are you happy with who you are? Or are you still holding on to anger, jealousy, fear, or insecurity? These are the things that keep you trapped in hell. To break free, you have to confront them, deal with them, and let them go. This is a process and it takes time. But if you're willing to do the work, you will find yourself moving closer and closer to that place of peace and fulfillment. The shift has already happened, but now it's time for you to decide if you're ready to move forward. God is calling those who are ready to walk this journey of growth and self-awareness. If you feel called to this message, know that you are ready. The gate is open and the path is clear. All you have to do is take the first step. It's time to wake up and step into the fullness of who you are. Don't stay stuck in your old patterns any longer. This is your moment to break free and experience the peace and fulfillment that comes from living in alignment with your true self. They told me that the gates will close soon, and it's important to understand what this means. Right now, the gate is open, but it's not the wide, easy gate that most people think of. This is a narrow gate, one that's specifically for those who are ready for healing, learning, and personal growth. It's already open, but not everyone is walking through it, and that's unfortunate. Only those who are truly willing and prepared will go through this gate. And for those who do, I'm telling you, that's where you'll find the truth. The world we live in is showing us a different path, a wide open gate that many people think leads to success. They tell you that if you have a car, a big house, or other material things, you've made it in life. But this is not true success. They're lying to you. Don't follow that path because it's the wrong direction. True success isn't about money or having a lot of things. It's not about having a fancy house or luxury items. Real success is about knowing who you are at your core and understanding why you're here on earth. It's about recognizing your purpose and living according to it. If you're still alive, if you're still here, it means you have a purpose. There's a reason you haven't left yet, and it's important to discover that purpose and live it out. Now, for those of you who have lost someone, whether it's a parent, a child, a spouse, or a close friend, there's something you need to know. The reason why those people left is not just random. They left because they weren't meant to be here for what's coming next. Before they were born, they didn't sign up to be part of this new earth that is arriving. Their time here was meant to end before this new era begins. It's not easy to accept, but understanding this can help you find peace. They fulfilled their purpose and had to move on, while we who are still here have a different role to play. We are entering what can be called ancient times, which may sound strange, but it means that the past is coming back in unexpected ways. If you are spiritually aware or awakening, you might start noticing things from the past resurfacing. Ancient knowledge, old traditions, or even events that feel like they belong to another time are becoming present again. It's like the wisdom of the past is trying to return and help guide us through these times. If you're open to it, You might start seeing or feeling these ancient things happening around you. Another important message I've been given is that some of you are currently in relationships or situations that are holding you back. These connections could be with a romantic partner, family members, friends, or even a job or a specific environment. You might already feel like you're being led to move away from these people or situations. It could be that you're feeling inner pull to distance yourself, but you're unsure or afraid to do so. Maybe you're holding on out of fear of change, or maybe you're holding on out of fear of change, or maybe you think it's too hard to leave. But this guidance is coming to you for a reason. If you're feeling like it's time to let go of certain relationships, jobs, or even certain beliefs and mindsets, trust that feeling. Your intuition is trying to show you the right path. Sometimes we hold on to things out of habit, but not everything is meant to stay in our lives forever. Some of you may also have been hearing ringing in your ears. This can feel unsettling, and people might tell you it's just a medical issue, but it's more than that. I'm not a doctor, so it's always a good idea to check with one if you're concerned, but often ringing in the ears is a sign that higher forces are trying to communicate with you. It's like the angels or the spiritual realm are ringing a bell to get your attention. When you hear this ringing, pay close attention to what you feel or sense afterward. There might be a message waiting for you. The sound itself could be a sign that the spirit world is trying to offer you clarity or guidance. Think about what thoughts come to your mind or what happens around you after the sound stops. There could be something important you're being guided to notice or understand. In addition to ringing in your ears, some of you may also experience tingling sensations in your body, maybe in your hands, your feet, or even all over. This is another sign that your spiritual self is awakening. I've experienced this myself, so I know what it feels like. When it first happens, it can be a little confusing or even make you feel like something's wrong. But it's a sign that your spirit is trying to wake up and connect with a higher level of awareness. You're not crazy or imagining things. Pay attention to what happens after these sensations stop. How do you feel? What thoughts come to you? These are signs from the spiritual realm trying to help you become more aware of who you truly are. There's another message that I'm being guided to share with you. Many of you are being asked to cut down on sugar. This might seem unrelated to everything else, but it's actually important. Reducing sugar can help you become more spiritually attuned and awaken to your true self. When we consume too much sugar, it can cloud our mind and spirit. Cutting it down can help clear your energy and make it easier for you to connect with your purpose and the guidance you're receiving. Finally, I've been told that the world is not ready for the big shift that's about to happen. There's a global change coming, and most people aren't prepared for it. This shift is going to bring a lot of changes, and it's important to start preparing yourself now, both mentally and spiritually. The narrow gate I talked about earlier is part of this. Only those who are truly ready will be able to walk through it and find the truth that lies on the other side. The wide gate, the one the world is showing you with all its promises of material success, is not where you want to go. It's leading people in the wrong direction. The real path, the one that will lead you to true success and fulfillment, is the one that helps you understand your true purpose and live in alignment with it. That's the path through the narrow gate, and it's open now for those who are ready to walk it. So take these messages to heart. If you've been feeling these signs, like the ringing in your ears or the tingling in your body, pay attention to what they're trying to tell you. Trust your intuition if you're being guided to let go of certain people or situations. And most of all, remember that true success is not about the things you own, but about knowing who you are and living in harmony with your purpose. The world is changing, and you're here for a reason. And if you ever find yourself in a relationship or situation where something just doesn't feel right, even if you can't quite put your finger on why, it's important to trust your instincts. Sometimes you may be with someone who seems fine on the outside, but deep down you feel uneasy or that something is off. This could be a sign that you're not meant to be with that person or that the situation is unhealthy for you. These feelings, even if you can't fully explain them, are there for a reason, and it's important not to ignore them. If you've had dreams or strong gut feelings about someone being harmful to you or draining your energy, that's a big red flag. Often these are signs that the universe or God is trying to tell you something. Maybe the person isn't meant to be in your life, or perhaps their presence is keeping you from reaching your full potential. It's important not to dismiss these signals or think you're imagining things. You need to listen to your inner voice and acknowledge when something is wrong. Sometimes we have to make difficult choices and distance ourselves from people who aren't good for us, even if they're family members or close friends. This doesn't mean you have to hate them or wish them ill, but sometimes for your own growth and within well-being, you need to let go. It can be hard, especially if you feel strongly connected to them, but it's necessary for you to move forward in your own life. Even the Bible talks about leaving behind your family, not out of anger or hate, but because you have your own unique purpose to fulfill in this world. Everyone is on their own journey, and sometimes that means separating from people who aren't helping you grow or live your best life. When you don't follow your true path or purpose, you often end up feeling stuck or trapped in a life that doesn't feel right. This can manifest as a feeling of emptiness or a sense that something important is missing. Many people get lost in the distractions of everyday life, whether it's chasing fame, getting too wrapped up in their jobs, or spending too much time on social media. These things might provide temporary satisfaction, but they can also pull you away from who you really are. When you lose touch with your true self, it can feel like you're living in a personal kind of hell. Hell doesn't always mean a literal place of fire and punishment. It can also be a state of mind or being where you feel disconnected from your purpose, your happiness, and even from God. Negative emotions like jealousy, envy, low self esteem, or resentment can keep you stuck in that state. These feelings weigh you down and prevent you from moving forward. You might feel trapped, like you're spinning your wheels but not going anywhere. To break free from this, you need to reconnect with your true self and your spiritual path. This is where faith and trust in something bigger than yourself come in. In a video I posted, someone left a comment saying they felt broken and that they weren't special. But this is exactly what you need to guard against, letting negative thoughts and feelings control you. Everyone goes through tough times, but those feelings of being broken are not the truth of who you are. God, the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in, gives you the opportunity to change, grow, and get back on the right path. No matter how lost you may feel, there's always a chance to start fresh and make things right. Following your spiritual path or walking with God isn't always easy. In fact, it can often feel like you're going through a lot of struggles and challenges. But these hardships are part of the journey and they help you grow stronger. It's during these times that you need to hold on to your faith and trust that you're being guided to where you're supposed to be. Even when it seems like everything is going wrong, if you stay true to your purpose and keep moving forward, you will eventually find peace and fulfillment. One of the most important things to remember is that when you don't feel fulfilled in your life, that's a sign that something needs to change. If you feel empty or dissatisfied, it's like a personal hell where you're stuck in a place you don't belong. You might be in a job, a relationship, or even a mindset that isn't serving you. These feelings of dissatisfaction are signals that you need to make a shift. It's important to listen to these feelings and take action to move toward a life that feels more aligned with who you really are. Sometimes that means making tough decisions like leaving a job that pays well but doesn't fulfill you, or ending a relationship that's comfortable but not right for your soul. It can be hard to make these choices, especially if you've convinced yourself that you're in the right place. But if you don't listen to the signs, you'll end up feeling more and more lost. Trust that God or the universe is trying to guide you to where you truly belong, even if it's not the path you thought you'd take. The world can be full of distractions that keep you from hearing your inner voice. Social media, constant busyness, and the pressure to succeed can drown out the quiet signals from your intuition or from God. It's important to take time for yourself to reflect and to reconnect with your spiritual side. If you're feeling different, like you don't quite fit in or that you're meant for something more, don't dismiss that feeling. It's a sign that you have a greater purpose to fulfill. In the end, walking your true path requires trust, faith, and sometimes a lot of courage. You might have to make difficult choices and face challenges along the way, but if you stay committed to your journey and listen to the guidance you receive, you'll find your way. The most important thing is not to ignore the signs or the feelings you have. They're there for a reason, and they're pointing you toward the life you're meant to live. So if you feel like something in your life is off, don't push those feelings aside. Reflect on them and consider what changes you might need to make to align yourself with your true purpose. Trust that you're being guided and that even though the path may not always be easy, it will lead you to where you're meant to be. Finding your purpose and connection with God. I want to talk to you about something very important, finding your purpose in life and connecting with God. It's easy to get lost in the chaos of everyday life, especially when we let other people influence our thoughts and feelings. Many people around you might not understand your dreams or where you want to go in life. They may even try to discourage you or make you feel like you're losing your mind. It's crucial to remember that their opinions don't define you. Sometimes when people don't see the bigger picture, they can project their fears and doubts onto you. Just because they can't see your goals or your vision doesn't mean you're wrong. You have a unique path that God has set out for you, and you need to stay focused on that journey. Don't let others hold you back from discovering what God has planned for you. The importance of communication with God. Connecting with God is essential for understanding your purpose. When we talk about praying, many people think it's just about making requests or asking for help. While that is part of it, true communication with God is much deeper. It's like having a meaningful conversation with a friend. Instead of just saying, please help me, you can ask questions like, why am I here? Or what lessons do you want me to learn? Often we can't hear God's answers because we're too busy focusing on our daily lives. We chase after money, jobs, and other distractions that take our minds away from what truly matters. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, but remember that these distractions can keep you from understanding your purpose and connecting with God. Dealing with hurt and anger. When someone hurts you, it's important to handle the situation with care. It's easy to want to retaliate or hold on to anger, but Jesus taught us to pray for our enemies. This means that instead of seeking revenge, we should send love and healing to those who have wronged us. You might wonder why you should send love to someone who has hurt you. The truth is, when you choose to forgive and heal, you're also healing yourself. Holding on to anger and resentment only brings more pain into your life. It can weigh you down and keep you from moving forward. By choosing to send healing to others, you create a positive energy that comes back to you. Learning from life's challenges. When someone does something hurtful to you, it's easy to feel broken or defeated. But instead of letting those experiences define you, ask yourself what you can learn from them. Life is full of lessons, and every challenge can teach you something valuable. Instead of focusing on the negative aspects of what happened, think about how you can grow from the experience. What can it teach you about yourself? How can it help you make better choices in the future? Viewing challenges as opportunities for growth allows you to keep moving forward and become a better version of yourself. Discovering your true self. You are meant to embody peace, love, and divinity. These qualities are at the core of who you are. When you face challenges and learn from them, you're uncovering your true self. God has a purpose for each of us, and that purpose often involves helping others and spreading love. Take time to reflect on your experiences and think about how they shape you. What do you want to bring into the world? How can you share love and kindness with those around you? These questions can guide you on your journey of self discovery and help you understand your purpose, sending healing to others. As you walk your path, remember that God calls us to send healing to others. This doesn't just mean physical healing, but also emotional and spiritual healing. When you choose to respond to hurt with love and compassion, you're following the teachings of Jesus. It's easy to feel justified in holding on to anger when someone has wronged you. But when you let go of those feelings and choose to send love instead, you're breaking the cycle of negativity. Instead of allowing someone else's actions to control your emotions, you take back your power by choosing how to respond. Letting go of negative feelings. If you're feeling overwhelmed by anger or resentment, it's essential to acknowledge those feelings. Don't ignore or suppress them. Instead, bring them to God in prayer. Tell Him how you feel and ask for help to let go of those negative emotions. When you give your burdens to God, you're allowing Him to help you heal. It's okay to admit that you're struggling. Just say, God, I'm having a hard time forgiving this person. I need your help to let go of this anger. God is always there to listen and support you. The value of inner peace, finding inner peace is crucial for your overall well-being. When you hold on to anger and resentment, it can disrupt your peace and happiness. On the other hand, when you choose to forgive and let go, you create space for joy and love in your life. To find this peace, take time for yourself. Spend quiet moments in prayer or meditation, reflecting on your thoughts and feelings. Ask God for guidance and clarity. As you become more connected to God, you'll find that peace begins to fill your heart, avoiding temporary distractions. Life is full of distractions, and it's easy to get caught up in chasing after things that won't last. Money, fame, and material possessions can be tempting, but they don't bring lasting happiness. Instead of focusing on these temporary things, try to build your life on values that truly matter: love, kindness, and purpose. When you focus on what is eternal, you create a solid foundation for your life. You won't be swayed by the ups and downs of life if you keep your eyes on what truly matters. Embracing change. If you feel stuck or like God isn't answering your prayers, it might be because you haven't made the necessary changes in your life. Sometimes we hold on to beliefs, friendships, or habits that keep us from moving forward. If you want to see change in your life, you have to start with yourself. Take a good look at your thoughts and beliefs. Are they helping you grow or are they holding you back? Change begins within. And as you start to grow and transform, you'll see that the world around you begins to change as well. Letting your light shine. God created you to be a light in the world, but to shine brightly, you may have to go through some darkness first. Experiencing challenges helps you understand your strength and resilience. When you overcome difficulties, you discover who you truly are and what you're capable of. Embrace your journey, including the tough times. They are part of your story and contribute to your growth. As you move forward, let your light shine by sharing love, kindness, and compassion with others. Conclusion. I hope this message inspires you and helps you see your potential. Remember that you have a unique purpose in life and you are never alone on this journey. God is always there, guiding you and helping you find your way. Please take the time to watch my videos, as they contain important messages that can support you on your journey. Remember to seek peace and clarity in your life. You are capable of great things, and I wish you divine blessings until we meet again.